The message from this experiment speaks for itself and confirms all our silent efforts of goodwill, especially in these times of global threats and fear.
Lastly, Dr. Emoto did a water purification experiment, through soul, by Reverend Kato Hoki, the chief priest of the Zen Buddhist temple in Omiya City. The crystal developing from the water of the Fujiwara Dam in Minakami-cho before the experiment is indeed depressing and ugly. In fact, it has the appearance of the face of a person who is suffering great agony. As the ceremony began, the water surface of the lake was waving agitatedly, and then Reverend Kato performed a prayer practice for 1 hour beside the dam. Moments after the practice ended, the dam water became visibly beautiful with a calm and clear surface. Dr. Emoto and his team observed this with their own eyes and were very astonished as well as very impressed. How does the crystal picture look?
Among the pictures that they obtained of the crystallized water of Fujiwara Dam after the prayers were given, Dr. Emoto and his team were able to take a few mysterious pictures, of which this is one. Take a close look and you will be astonished to find that it is not a hexagon but a heptagon. Up until this point in these explorations, it had never been possible to obtain a picture of a 7-armed crystal. Inquiring of Reverend Kato, he responded that he had prayed to the 7 Benzaiten, the Japanese goddesses of fortune. So, it seems that consciousness even has the power to change the physical laws of this matter. Water has a multitude of messages, but it seems that we still have a lot to learn from the messages we receive.
With another drop from the same sample, this picture was taken. Dr. Emoto and his team have never seen a crystal emitting such brilliant energy as much as this one does. Within the basic hexagonal structure, another smaller hexagon is repeated, which is in itself an objet d'art, surrounded by an aura of light. A second halo can also be seen around the crescent portion at its center. It therefore seems possible for the energy created by people's love and appreciation to harmonize water. Why should such a wonderful thing seem so unreasonable?
This is Fujiwara Dam, reflecting the deep peace and joy of Reverend Kato's prayer and consciousness immediately after his practice. Water is a mirror reflecting our mind, and we therefore see aspects of ourselves within it. The message from water is telling us to take a look at ourselves. What we all can learn from these experiments is that we are only just beginning to understand the hidden qualities of the mysterious and life-giving liquid. The further we investigate, the more questions and issues pile up. For example, the origin of water used to be veiled in mystery. As our space probes advance ever deeper into space, we are starting to understand that water is not unique to Earth but exists throughout space.
Furthermore, the ice rain from space that was mentioned at the beginning of this presentation contains organic substances, and this could indeed be the origin of the birth of life. If the origin of water is space, it is no wonder that its questions cannot be solved by the scientific understanding that we have so far developed. The scientific approach seems to lose its effectiveness, as these experiments would need to measure the degree of consciousness made visible to us in these images. The truth of the matter is that by researching water more deeply, we may also be able to understand more about space. This thought alone is exciting enough. But more exciting than this is the fact that we can heal our Mother Earth through intent, love, and the action of scientific prayer. We have now seen before our eyes the proof that water is far from inanimate, that it is alive and responsive to our every thought and emotion, and that even the thought of failure itself becomes represented in the physical objects that surround us. Perhaps, having seen these amazing photographs of Dr.Masaru Emoto, we can begin to really understand the awesome power that dwells within us. Through constantly choosing our thoughts and intentions in healing ourselves and the earth. When we love our own bodies, they respond. When we send our love to Mother Earth, she responds. According to the quotation, "No words, acts," we now could see the visible proof to act even in feelings and thoughts as well. There is really nothing more to say.
Since pictures are worth more than 1,000 words, we sought here to show you the simplest and most convincing pictures that we could find, demonstrating how our thoughts, words and feelings affect so-called physical objects, right down to the molecular level. Here we realize visually that there is an absolute consequence and a responsibility in every thought, feeling, word and deed.
Many more experiments in this direction are waiting to be done. And to give you an idea of what else is to be discovered, the slide presentation team received the following slide. And in this final picture you can see the crystal that manifested from water exposed to the ancient mantra
Om Namah Shivaya. Love to everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste.